What is going on, ladies and gentlemen of the tribe, and welcome back to another episode of Tribe Talks, the Galaxy of Heroes podcast, where we sometimes talk about Galaxy of Heroes. You may have noticed we have got ourselves an esteemed guest today. He prevails in all things, so they say. So, Zareth, thank you so much for joining us today. It's really kind of you. I do appreciate it. How are you doing today?
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me. This should be fun.
And we don't really care how Karth's doing, but he's also here.
No, that's fair. Karth needs to shave his head again. That's what Karth's doing.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, you are looking a little grislier than last time, Karth. Is that the winter beard coming through?
It is. It gets really long, but it's not like the thickness I'd appreciate to have a long beard. It just kind of gets like scraggly at a certain junction. So then I'm like, I fight that urge to just trim it back.
Yeah. I've gone for the sexual predator look for the month of November, rocking only the tash. But it's for a good cause. It's only this way in appearance. I promise you, I'm quite safe to be around. Generally speaking, unless you have, I don't know, open access to a liquor cabinet or something like that, then you may be out of alcohol in short order.
Ooh, about to phrase that poorly.
God damn, dude.
You're saying that's your only hair?
Well, yeah. My legs are hairy. I'll say that. I'm like,
I was gonna say, have no fear. His only 12-year-old that he's interested in a bottle of scotch.
Oh God! Oh no! Oh God! Okay. So we've been banned off Twitch. And,
I had to make sure I got it all on one sentence.
Don't interrupt this one. God damn. Okay. So if I get that cease and desist letter come through, I know where to go. Karth, you ruined my life, you son of a bitch.
I try so hard.
You do try so hard. That's a nice looking glass you got there, Karth. What's in it? Is it one of your 1200 whiskeys?
No, they get here tomorrow. This is a new one that I saw in the store.
Oh, it's town. Hey, it looks nice.
Yeah, it's pretty tasty.
Good.
But, no, my other stuff shows up tomorrow, so I'll have to wait till then. This was the I want whiskey. And I went to the store Friday night and bought some.
Impulse whiskey buying is fine.
Yes.
Fine. Yes, yeah, that's okay. My local stores where I live in Barrie do not have a connoisseur's selection of whiskeys. It's like, so we've got Jack Daniels, we've got Jim Beam, and that's about it. Kick rocks. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of our grocery stores. There's every once in a while you'll find a couple of odd ones in there, but usually you've got all the major flagship stuff. You don't see any small brewery stuff.
Fair.
Not brewery, distillery.
How about you, Zareth? I know it's like just after lunch for you, so I can't imagine drinking on a Sunday afternoon is your idea of a good time. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. I don't judge. But are you a whiskey man? Are you a rum man? Are you a teetotal man?
Yeah, I don't drink too much, actually. I mean, I'll drink, but I'm not. I think if I drink mostly these days, it's just beer. Though I'll do shots every once in a while, just to
mix it up. Yeah, why not?
Sure,
why not?
Not often. Yeah.
Yeah, me neither. No, I never drink properly.
That's what I hear. People who come to my stream after yours, they're like, that man should not have drank that much. that was an unhealthy amount of alcohol consumed.
Yeah, that's usually.
That's great.
That's most Friday nights, unfortunately. Apparently I stopped growing up once I hit about 21, and that's kind of where I stayed, mentally speaking. But hey,
Hey, in all fairness, if you drink so much that you forget about that day, it's a day you didn't drink.
I can see that argument. If you don't remember, it didn't happen, right? So, yeah,
it's my court defense. So,
so I'm actually curious, Zareth, because we haven't really done much of anything, I don't think, in terms of collaborations over the many, many years in which we have both been doing Galaxy of Heroes content creation. But like, what got you started in in Swugger YouTube and streaming and stuff? Because I don't know.
Oh, yeah, let's see. So when I first started making it, like I started recording stuff because I don't know, it sounds weird. I started playing a game called Star Wars Uprising before this.
Okay.
And that game ended way earlier than I wanted it to. It was a really cool game. It had a storyline that was actually part of canon and all
No
this
way.
stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it was really cool. I really liked it, at least. And it died, and I hadn't recorded anything. I didn't have any, like, I tend to be very nostalgic, and I was like, all right, the next game that I really enjoy, I want to have some kind of, I don't know, some level of record of what I've done in the game and stuff. So then even if the game goes under, I'll have something to remember it by. And so anyways, I started recording some stuff, and then at some point, a guildmate was like, "Hey, I can't beat this thing in Territory Wars or whatever," and I was like, "Oh, well, here's a link. I did this, like this was easy." And he was like, "Oh, that was cool." And at some point, I gained enough momentum. Enough people were like, "Dude, you should start recording your, like, GAC was just coming out, and you should record your GACs." So I did a bunch of GACs with just like text, and I was doing it all on my phone and stuff. And
Oh God, that must have been a nightmare to edit.
yeah, I mean, it wasn't good. It was all pretty awful. I bet it still exists. I haven't looked for it for years and years,
Yeah.
but it's probably still there.
I've definitely done that not so long ago. Go back and look at the first video you've posted to YouTube, and it's cringeworthy stuff. It's like, oh my God, that's what I used to sound like, huh?
Yeah, well. So eventually, I started doing. I was like, all right, I got to start doing voiceovers. This is going to be way, it'll be way better if I start doing this. And so I did. The first time I tried to do it, it took me like, I think it took me like 2 hours of just like, I had already edited the video to where I wanted it to be on my phone, and so I spent like 2 hours just staring at my phone, like afraid, kind of like, I don't know. I just had to overcome some mental hurdles, and eventually I started doing it. And
Yeah.
ever since then, I don't know. I've been pretty consistently making videos ever since then. So that's
And you have and far have you come. I believe you're like 25,000 subs and like 2,000 videos on YouTube or something like that. At least I think that's what it was when I last checked your account.
That.
It's
I don't know.
That's a video or
I
two.
don't even look, but yeah. No, it's been cool. It's come a lot farther than I ever thought it would. That's for sure. Like I just,
Yeah.
I mean, the other reason, one of the reasons I let myself be talked into it, honestly, was at the time there was like, no real shade against anyone really, but there was like not really any like competitive players that were also making GAC. Like, it's like, even if they had some skill, that wasn't the thing that they were really trying to exhibit or anything. And so I was like, well, that's a niche that I think I could probably fill okay.
I think people who are aware of your channel, which is going to be a large segment of the content consuming Galaxy of Heroes folk, know your brand and know your area of expertise, as it were, in being a high tier GAC player. So I mean, I think you've filled that niche pretty well. I think you filled it pretty well. I mean, numbers say everything, right? It's pretty evident that you've secured that place very well. So that's interesting. It's surprising, actually. Quite a lot of Galaxy of Heroes content creators started like that. They were like, I was just doing videos for me, and then someone says, you should do more videos. You're good at this. And then you're just like, oh, 5 years later, apparently this is what you do now. I mean, I won't assume this is what you only do. I'm aware you have also a full-time job, which I think most of us do.
I did have a full-time job.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. Did I just put my foot in it?
Oh, no, you're good. You're good. No, it was like a week before Christmas last year, the company I was working for laid me off. So
those bastards.
Yeah, it's very rude of them. But I've been actually, I don't know if this is going to be the long term thing that I do, but for now, yeah, I've actually I was for a while I was making videos for another game called Warhammer 40K.
Oh, I know
Heard of
Warhammer.
it?
Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's cool.
I mean, it's not even a video game. It's like a
Tabletop,
an
right?
in-person
Cult.
tabletop
Oh,
Cult.
cult. Yeah.
I love it. I love
I mean,
40K,
come
man.
on,
Don't get me started, but it's just like
you got to burn the heretics, bro.
It becomes a very much a vibe after a while.
I didn't realize
Oh,
you
yeah.
covered 40K. That's kind of cool. Do you still
Oh,
cover 40K, or you don't? No?
I recently made the decision that I think it was hurting me. I think it's too much to do 2 channels, even if that's like
Yeah.
the main focus. Like just trying to divide my focus on 2 things, and I'd be like, should I make a video of on 40K, or should I make a video on Galaxy?
What does that even look like when you cover 40K? What sort of things do you do? Because I imagine a tabletop game probably takes hours.
Oh, sure. So, I mean, eventually you want to build into like usually what people will do is, they'll make videos like what I was doing. I was taking pictures of my matches, and then I'd like break them down, and okay, here's my decision making process, and I'm gonna do like a battle report kind of.
Okay.
And here's the score, and here's the
I actually I have a friend who's a pretty big Warhammer YouTuber, and I think I've seen some of his videos say battle report. So I don't know if you've heard of him. His name is The Great Book of Grudges, Nathan.
Oh.
Yeah. So I think he's got like 100K subscribers or something like that. He does a
Nice.
lot of like
Awesome.
lore-based Warhammer videos.
That's huge.
Yeah, I think his primary focus is a lot more on like old world stuff rather than 40K. He still covers it, I think, and I know he did a lot of he covered a lot of Total War Warhammer as well, which is obviously not tabletop. It's another
Right. It's
RTS
the corner
type
of
game,
that
right?
of that community, though. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool.
It's awesome, though. No, I mean, I've always been a competitive player at whatever I do. So, like, it's just a lot to try to plan around. Like, just try to be competitive at both. And like for a little bit, I got back into it after like 10 years of playing or whatever, or of not playing, and
Sure.
I was cool. I started climbing the ladder a little bit. I won a couple like big-ish tournaments, and I
sick.
got to like. I think I got to like number 300 in the world, which it's
Wow.
out of like over 100,000 people who are ranked. So it was
It's just casually flexing. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
yeah,
gotcha.
yeah. I'm just bragging a little bit. Just let me know. But it was cool.
I had a letter from the king, and
Whoa.
Yeah, it was
A letter from the Emperor. Get it right.
oh, sorry, yes, the emperor, of course, yes.
the God King
The
Emperor,
High
yeah.
Lord of
Yeah.
Terra. All right, come on. Respect
All
where
right,
respect is
you know a
due.
little bit. You know a little bit of the lore. That's good. That's good.
I
No,
don't.
it was cool. It's just too much. Like
Yeah.
how am I gonna be good at that and good at Galaxy of Heroes and make good content for both? Like maybe one day, but I think it's just too distracting to try to do both.
And from the content creation perspective as well, like if you're trying to breach into a new market, you really don't want to risk everything that you've like spent 5+ years doing on YouTube. Like that one is your stable. Like I can depend on if I put out YouTube videos, I know I'm going to get some views, and I know I can keep growing my brand and my channel that way. If you start to lose that, lose the time and the dedication to putting out those videos, and you're doing it on a gamble on a new channel, it's a scary prospect to be like, oh, if I cut my focus like this, and the number of videos I can produce a week halves or something like that, and it hurts the growth of the channel, and people start to get disinterested in my channel. It's a scary prospect, man. So respect for trying a new niche, and respect for sticking to your guns on your Galaxy of Heroes channel as well. So good stuff, man. Good stuff. That's cool. Thank you. I appreciate the insights into Zareth's life, but that sucks about the job, because that can be scary. That can be real scary. So.
Oh, it can. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, it certainly gave me a new perspective, a new respect for people who have been in that situation. It's always been like, I've always thought, well, if you don't gap, if you lose your job, just go get another one. And then
Yeah.
it turns out that was just bravado. Like
Mhm.
it's a lot harder to do that, and not even
It's
just
super
like
easy to say, right?
yeah, it's very easy to say, and it's like even if I physically could go do it, it takes it like initially it takes a lot to get past the I don't know if you call it trauma or whatever, but it's like I don't want to do it. I feel scared, or there's
Yeah.
like feelings involved that I
Oh,
wasn't I
absolutely.
wasn't expecting. But
Yeah. Now, my other half went through a similar thing. God, it would have been 2 years ago now, but it was a traumatic experience for her because it was borderline bullying what happened when she was forced out of her job, basically. And she still to this day she gets triggered by it, and it's like fuck. That is really fucking shit that you can carry that around with you, and you can't just get rid of it and just move on, get another job. No,
get over
it
it,
sucks.
dude.
Yeah, just get over it, man. Get over it and get another job and earn loads of money. Be happy about it too, and also you have to like your job. So yeah, that sucks. So cool. Talking more Galaxy of Heroes related things then, Zareth, I would like, seeing as though you are our special guest today, I would like to get your candid thoughts on the upcoming anniversary era nonsense, the whole segregation of era-based content and what they're calling legacy-based content. What's your overarching thoughts on this new setup that we're going into?
I hate that they use the word legacy.
Yeah.
for like the game that I love to play, like
Yeah.
there's like the new cool stuff and there's the legacy shit.
The old and busted
You know?
stuff.
Yeah, that like all that shit you shouldn't have to worry about. That's what it sounds like, at least. It's like, oh yeah, the legacy, like it belongs, it's right there alongside Squad Arena and Galactic War and all that
Territory Wars.
stuff.
I think Territory Wars deserves its own spot in some own dirty broom cupboard of CGs, because they it's not even like they don't pay it attention. It's like they actively dislike it. It's very strange. So yeah.
Oh yeah. I really wish that that they had named it something else, something that I don't know. I'm sure they weren't trying to be disrespectful, but they're trying to make this divide, of course, of like, I mean, all of this stuff I think is all just for the new player experience. They're trying to get new people in the door, and that's great. That's cool. And if you call something legacy, that lends a certain level of I don't know, lack of pressure. They're like, look, you suck at GAC, but that's okay because it's a legacy.
Yeah,
Game
that's a
mode.
Legacy
Like,
game
who
mode.
cares?
Nobody really
It's
cares
all-
about that. Yeah.
Right, you're competing with all these huge accounts with your new account right now. In the era stuff, like just be good at era. Who cares about legacy? And eventually, hopefully, those people get into GAC and wanna continue with the game and all that. But yeah, I don't love
Absolutely.
the legacy stuff.
I don't know if anybody else within this throng of three of us has been coming away with this feeling from GAC, but it's occurred to me recently that it feels like people are starting to give less and less of a shit about GAC, just in general. I've never met so many people in Kyber 1 that are just kind of giving up, like halfway through a GAC, when normally it would be a kind of a tooth and nail thing. People would just keep on going. But I've been getting wins where I should not be getting wins, and I have to feel like it's because they're just not trying, because I'm definitely still not a good player. I definitely still drink too much on a Friday night and somehow win. So I'm like, do you feel like there's a bit of apathy towards GAC because it's had a lack of love and attention? Or am I being bombastic? Who knows?
I don't know. I feel like people usually give me their best. Like I still don't. I guess I haven't really noticed that too much personally. Like for the most part, people.
I suppose you probably are swimming in the higher skill rankings than I swim in. To be fair, but I'm not sure where Karth is at the moment. What's your skill rating right now, Karth?
Let's see. Main account is 3845.
3845. What am I rocking
You're
right
pretty
now?
close to where I'm at.
Oh my god!
And the alternate account is 3785.
I'm actually at 3825. I do not deserve to be here. I very rarely break 3.8. So if I'm over 3.8, I'm very happy. How about you, Zareth? Where are you rocking right now?
Yeah, I'm at 3840 right now.
Oh, we're also very close. Oh,
very close.
So that means I'm about to get my my shit rocked. Next week is the Are we in the last week?
No, this is the second week.
We've got another week, and it's going to change over to Relic Delta as well. So
week 3 will be week 3 will be next with Relic Delta.
Oh, yeah, this is the last week without Relic Delta.
Yeah, because I think attack phase goes live in like half an hour, doesn't it? For this last round of week 2. Oh my lord! So what we're saying is that we all need to just like throw a crap load of relic levels at our account.
We?
Karth's like, I tried. I don't have any relic levels to do.
Not of anything important, at least.
Are you saying you don't want to R9 Ugnaught?
A Thugnaught? I mean, he does have the FDC that I was briefly trying to read mid-stream here because I forgot that they were data mined.
Yeah, I did have a look at it. I can't remember it. But, he does like shitloads of damage versus droids for some reason. I'm like, all right. But who am I going to throw Ugnaught in? He literally has the least number of tags in the game.
I mean,
he's a light side droid support or something like that.
It depends on what the rest of the cron falls into on the stat, on like the blocks and the stats, because he could be kind of a funny one to throw into Ray as just a fifth for filler.
He's light side support. Those are his tags. Light side support.
Yeah,
that's what he's got.
That's all he's working with, boys.
Yeah, he's faction free, unconstricted by faction.
Yeah, he doesn't like labels. All right, he lives a free life. He does what he wants. I mean, with a face like that, I probably would too. But yeah,
I was about to say he doesn't like looking good either.
Moisturizer is not a thing. The receding hairline, the widow's peak that he's got is pretty impressive. I know one to talk over here, no hair, but whatever. Yeah, my Ugnaught is already actually Relic 9 thanks to community sub goals. But I still don't think I'm going to engage in that datacron.
I mean, I will probably engage in them for the sake of the stats are probably going to be ridiculous.
Oh yeah, there is that. Yeah,
but that's about it. It's like the Eidencron or the Darth Vader cron from the Jawa cron. They all just have like ridiculous stats, which makes them worth investing into, at least to level 8. Then the mechanics are dog shit, but that doesn't really matter. Like 80% offense on any team is kind of fun. Like I did so actually what I was trying to half-assedly mention to you yesterday in your chat with Sareth was Ufu's against Pirate King Hondo. If you take the Wampacron with them, Maul will kill at least 2 of them when he gets his 5 stacks out, like minimum.
Nice. That's huge.
I threw the AoE down and killed everybody besides Vane and Pirate King Hondo. And then by the time Malicos finally got his turn, it was just Pirate King Hondo, and he died in about 3 seconds after that. So
nice. Yeah, I'm trying that. I'm going to try that team this time, actually.
I think I tried the team off stream, but I didn't take in the Wampacron. So I think the Wampacron probably makes a significant difference. The stats are kind of nuts.
The true damage for Maul is fantastic because his base becomes so high that the further seething rage that he consumes, the higher that number ramps. So when he goes to do the AoE, he just has bazooka offense and will one-shot the board. If they have OG Hondo there, it gets a little dicey depending on who he decides to capture. But for the most part, I think if Crew's there, he decides to go after Seer consistently. But that's the only way I can read the .gg information is basically that there's some other threat, but you got it. Basically, the team was Seer, Crew, Cal, Malikos, Maul with the Wampacron, and that had a very nice success rate. So it's what I've been using because I put Slacker on defense to burn Bane.
Here we go. So sorry, I know this is completely off topic, but the Ugnaught Datacron, start of battle, Ugnaught gains 30% evasion. And I don't think he's an evasion mastery character, but 30% evasion is 30% evasion. At the start of each encounter, inflict breach and health down for 2 turns on all enemies, which can't be evaded or resisted. So breach is like 25% less speed and some other crap, right? Mm-hmm. For each droid enemy, Ugnaught gets 20% counter chance, crit chance, defense, health steal, max health, and max protection. I mean, how many droid heavy teams are there? Like GG. And is that really commonly seen?
GG and Sortie.
Afra, maybe, if you see her on defense. Okay, at the start of his turn, Ugnaught dispels all debuffs on himself and resets all of the cooldowns that he has. If only he had some good moves.
His one special.
His one special and his basic, which never has a cooldown, obviously. Whenever Ugnaught evades an attack, all enemies lose 10% max protection, which can't be resisted. Doubled for droids. I don't know why. For droids in particular.
Well, because his unique, he gains 9% evasion for each droid enemy and gains 25% turn meter whenever he evades an attack. So he's going to start the battle with
best case scenario versus a full team, 5v5 droids, he's going to have 75% evasion versus them. Oh, yeah. No, actually in total, I guess. So, I mean, that's kind of cool, but GG also can't miss.
Yeah. It sounds like Afra, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Whenever he damages a stunned enemy, he inflicts 2 stacks of damage over time for 2 turns. Whenever he damages an enemy with more than 5 buffs, dispel all buffs from the target enemy and all enemies inflicted with 2 stacks of damage over time, double for... I don't get the dots.
I love that the Focus Datacron has more words than the kit.
Actually correct. Well, see, that's the only thing is I don't know what else pairs with his cron, or if that's the cap because there's too many.
He'll have the support level 6, but we don't know what the level 3 is, and we don't know what the stats are. So,
well, yeah, there's too many crons to only be 4 though, right?
I don't think these are FTCs. I think these are normal crons because there's too many. We're not going to get like 12 FTCs. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, there's shitloads. Yeah. This has to be normal crons.
They have to be normal, yeah.
And we're getting... So the support one is at the start of each encounter, grant to all allies evasion up and tenacity up. So, I mean, Uggy will get evasion up and inflict tenacity down and evasion down. Yeah?
Hey. Here is a bit of news that I was unaware of. Go to the very top of that data mine.
Yeah.
Read the character name for that first cron.
Oh, I've seen this before. Yeah, Administrator Lando.
Oh, that's what they renamed him. It was a little bit ago.
Yeah,
recently.
I've seen it once before. Like in an older thing, and people were like, "Are we getting a new Lando?" I think it was before we had the December, like before we had the Zuckuss and full-on kit reveals. People were like, "Oh, we're gonna get Force Awakens anniversary. We're getting Administrator Lando. Are we gonna get new Lando from the sequel trilogy into the game or something like that?" And he's gonna be the new Lando, but. It's only in the tags he's named that, isn't it? Or something like that. I can't remember.
No, in game is still Lando Calrissian. So I wonder if they're planning on doing a new iteration of him. I didn't realize that. I have honest to God, since CG started doing their whole era system, I've stayed on the speculation channel because we know enough coming ahead that I'm like, I don't really care. It's like the whole even now it's even worse with the new system because it's like we know there's no even guessing which character's coming now. They're going to just give us all of them for the era in advance. So it's like, oh well, I guess we can speculate the next era's characters. I guess I don't care.
Yeah,
that's true. Like Octopus Maul. We don't know the kit for, I guess. But
I was calling him Spoodermall.
Spoodermall, which is funny that they didn't give us the kit, but in the data mines they actually have the
Animations, right?
the animations.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
That must mean that in the back end work that they pushed, they must have the actual assets for Maul. But I think they would have the moves as well. But I guess they don't. I don't know. Interesting.
I'm wondering if he is a large unit, because you look at the size of him on the screen. He has to be a large unit. He's huge. He is huge.
He's got big well, actually, he's got no balls, but he is a big boy.
We don't know where spiders keep those. Let's be real.
That's one for Google later.
Yeah. But though, speaking of these new characters, overall, I mean, I'm really kind of excited about it, because I love when they do this, like, we're going to bring in a new character that's going to revamp an old team.
Yeah.
I love when they did that with Starkiller, and they're doing it again with this now. My only problem now is like, more viable teams is not making GAC more interesting. So now I'm just like, what are we doing? Like, are we gonna see some changes to how PvP works in this game, and we're gonna see something different? Because, like, you know, having Boba Fett sign a Django be more functional with Asajj, reworking EP Mara to get the new Vader, the new who the heck
Stormtrooper Luke, EP.
The Stormtrooper Luke. There's the new tank droid for Afra, which is kind of a tank, right? IG-90 forces the clone the summons the taunt. The taunt.
Yeah, he makes the taunt.
But he also doesn't he force Afra to stealth at the start as well? So like CLS can't just focus her. Because I was like, I remember when they announced it, I was like, oh, he's going to be a tank. He's going to pre-taunt. I was like, no, he doesn't do that. I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm dumb. Yeah. So what was it? So we got Stormtrooper Luke, IG-90, Barriss Inquisitor, right?
Oh, yeah. That actually looks really interesting. I like the thought they put into her kit. It seems really interesting to me.
They fake you out though when you read it. It's like, look, you use this team for Inquisition and this team for 3v3 Inquisition. They don't tell you in that kit reveal that it should go with like Seer probably.
Which is funny, because I swear they mentioned somewhere else in one of their other posts that was like the intent with her was to move her some. Honest to God, them doing the FAQ after every ability with the characters was such a cluster of just like, oh my God, when does the next ability start?
Dude,
it took me. Did you want some more words? Here's some words for you.
It took me an hour to record the video, because I was like, I'll just do all the kits in one video. And I was like,
mistake.
Fuck me. Like, my voice was hurting at the end of it. I was like, Jesus Christ. Right now I need to edit this hour-long video all the way down. But yeah, it was kind of cool getting 6 kits at one. I think that was, I knocked off 6 minutes via editing, and I think I only knocked off 6. I thought it was
5.
I don't fucking know. What kits? No, it's 6 kits, because there are 6 characters in the release.
6 kits.
And then there's Octo Maul, Octopussy Maul, and Stranger doesn't count. We have his kit, and he's not part of the era anyway, so he can kick rocks.
Yeah, Luke, Barriss, IG, Asajj.
Bounty Hunter. I'm excited for Bounty Hunter Asajj just because I want Dadbod Boba to do something, like outside of TW. I liked his Datacron.
Harry Asajj, man.
What am I missing?
Yeah, even Asajj has got more hair than me in the game now. That's a fucking insult, man. But hey, here we go. Do you have a favorite character from the release?
Jesus Christ, I keep forgetting.
Oh, Yoda and Chewie.
Sorry,
I'm least excited about those. I'll be honest.
Come on, you're not Relic 9 Clone Wars. Chewbacca's got a friend.
I don't have him Relic 9 until Tuesday. Okay. Oh, Tuesday for Chewie. Tuesday. That day is going to be renamed as Chewie's Day. Yeah. Yeah. So good.
That's the one kid I haven't read so far. That is the Chewie one, Yoda and Chewie.
Yeah, it's I
And
can't remember it.
I've been wanting a new Wookiee kit for a long time. Like I've said for a long time that like all we need is like Gungi or something like that Wookiee Jedi
Yeah.
from Bad Batch and Clone Wars. So this wasn't the one I was specifically calling out, but I'm it's the one I'm most hopeful for. I did think it was interesting. They did say the team that they want us to use is Powerful Zalbar and then Clone Wars Chewie and Veteran Smugglers Chewie, which I just
Yeah.
assumed that it would ruin the CLS team. So I guess we'll see what his kit actually. I haven't read the kit yet.
I have, but I've long since forgotten it. It's been
I
at
mean,
least 2 days.
it's literally all in the unique. The unique is it's its own little like biography worth of text. But they basically the big highlights is that if it's all Wookiees at the start of battle, they all gain Master's training. When they attack at a turn, they inflict a dot. Whenever they gain Foresight, they also gain Retribution. When Foresight expires, it strips Turn Meter. The first time each ally is defeated, it inflicts Fear for 1 turn, and all allies gain Foresight. At the start of each Yoda and Chewie's turn, you inflict all the enemies with vulnerable for 1 turn, and then whenever Yoda uses a special ability while they have Foresight, they trigger all stacks of damage over time on all enemies, and they inflict disarm on the target for 2 turns, or until Yoda and Chewie is defeated.
That's also longer than Ugnaughts kit, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's just the half. That's just the part of the kit that is if it's all Wookiees at the start of the battle. It's not even the other half.
Oh shit! Oh, we weren't done with the unique. Oh, apologies.
No. Sorry. I have to recant that a little bit. That part is the Omicron. I apologize.
Oh.
I skipped halfway through to forget while in Grand Arena.
That's just the Omicron.
All right. At the start of the encounter, Wookiees gain Foresight for 2 turns. That's the start of the unique. If all allies were Wookiee at the start of the battle, Yoda and Chewie gain mass training until the end of the battle. Whenever an enemy attacks an ally out of turn, that ally gains 5% turn meter. Whenever an ally gains Foresight, they gain 10% offense stacking to a max of 100% until the end of the battle. And 5% turn meter. And whenever Foresight expires on that ally, inflict a stack of off balance on a random enemy who didn't already have it for 1 turn once per turn. And then in Grand Arena, if there are no Galactic Legend enemies, Wookiee allies gain 25 speed and 40%.
They've done that a lot with these kits. I don't know if you guys noticed that. There's a lot of anti-GL clause. Well, not anti-GL, sorry. GL clauses in there where it's like, if there's a GL, you don't do shit. Thoughts?
Oh yeah. Well, they don't want something. They don't want to be surprised. It's really easy for them to be like, look, everything else is fair game, but if you're beating a Galactic Legend, we don't have to go in and fix it and nerf something or buff the Galactic Legend or something for stupid team full of pets. I mean,
to be fair though, I'm finding nowadays it's my counter list to non-GL teams that's quite narrow, and while my counters to GL team is quite wide. So it's like I'm really kind of okay with it because I don't really need more counters to JMK at this point. We have 12. I could use a few more counters to other particular teams.
Okay, Karth, I think you need to stop downloading porn. Yeah,
am I getting choppy?
You're getting real chopsy over there. Yeah, and you're sounding a little bit robotic.
All right, hold on. Let me quit downloading all the porn.
Yeah, cool. Thank you, buddy.
BRB. Too many tabs open on the internet.
Yeah, sorry, Zareth. I'm actually. I know you said that you're excited about Choda, Yobaka, whatever you want to call him. But is he the most excited you are out of all of these characters, or is anything else piquing your fancy, or what's the general consensus, good or bad, around these new marquees?
I mean, I think they're all good. They all seem to be answering certain questions. I'm excited to see. I've intentionally not read this one just because I've been excited for it, and I've been trying to be a little bit slow on all of these. Yeah, like the new Vader looks good. I mean, anytime you release a new Vader, it's got to be decent. I think one of the saddest things in our game right now is like new players get Darth Vader and they're like, oh yeah, now I'm gonna kill some stuff, and then he just gets destroyed by everything.
Yeah,
like he's just not. he's not the guy who just destroys all the things like he is in the movies, and it's just kind of
Yeah.
a sad certain thing. So I'm glad that this new one looks like he's going to be pretty good.
Well, I mean, if Great Mothers is anything to go by, that's the only other elite marquee we've ever had. So I imagine Darth Vader is going to be... I mean, his kit obviously reads great, but I always feel like I can never get a proper feel for it until it's in the game and I can use it. Because some things look great on paper and then you use them and like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, you gave him 12 speed and he's got a capped at like 6,000 offense at Relic 9 and the multiplier on his abilities is like 1.1. So he doesn't actually do anything. Thank you, CG. But I also do feel like Darth Vader will get a bespoke Datacron because he is the last marquee out of the era. And because of the way they've set it up with the segregation of, new hotness and old and busted game modes, it would make sense to have the last marquee have the bespoke Datacron because it will almost immediately go into the live environment, right? Or legacy. So we wouldn't be losing time on the Datacron, if that makes sense. Does that?
Yeah,
does that track?
I've been wondering about the bespoke Datacrons, actually. Yeah, it makes sense what you're saying. I'm just wondering if they're going to get rid of those, honestly.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We're not going to have like a consistent release. Well, we'll have a consistent release schedule, but it won't coincide with Datacrons, really. Like, it'll be every 3 months. So,
yeah.
Like, we'll have one focus Datacron every once in a while. Or one bespoke one, I guess.
I mean, we'd have to look at the timings of, does the last marquee in an era line up to when we are supposed to get a new Datacron set? Or close to?
It for the most part, it should. The era should finish in between farming the next set. So the way it is going to work is that no matter which way you cut it, bespoke crons seem to me like they're going to go the way of the dodo, or they will just be a part of the next release when it releases. And then you'll just have to have had that character at a certain unlock to buy it or get it gifted to you at that junction.
Well, I mean,
yeah, like you've had them for like a month or something.
Yeah,
bespoke
the,
for that. Yeah.
The thing is it used to be a case like that those Datacrons would almost be gated by relic levels, right? For a level 9 cron, you need to have relic 5 minimum. But with the changes in the new system, you can go to relic 5 at, I want to say 4-star. You can't do it now, but you can in the new one.
In the previous iterations, though, of that, I believe relic 5 was required at 7 stars, so it really wasn't a stated thing. I think what they done in some of the newer events, I want to say it's a star and relic gate.
Yeah.
But I can't recall if that was. I'm trying to recall for the Zuckuss marquee structure. I was trying to. It's not still in the game, so I can't look at it.
No.
I don't remember if they had something for.
Those were gated by star levels as well as relic levels. But I mean, that does bring another question. What's happening with era battles now? Because those are stars and relic levels, and we don't get them anymore in era units, right? It's just era levels.
Well, they might just occur after the era ends as a way to reward players for investment, and that which is I'm okay with, because that pushes off. You still need to spend on the characters, right? That's not going to change, but it gives you time to partake fully in the era battle structure versus having to miss the first 1 or 2 because we're missing XYZ marquee.
Yeah, like the Fallen and Zuckuss one, you could do fuck all until you got both.
Yeah, you couldn't do anything until you had Zuckuss. Yeah. So that's kind of where my head's at on that particular one, is that it'll just get pushed back. I think bespoke crons will kind of do the same thing. They'll just come in with the next Datacron set afterwards where they do that, or they might just do the thing where they add another FDC to the mix, a couple more level 9s that are cheaper, and they just highlight a couple of the newest marquees in the FDCs, and then bespoke crons go the way of the dodo, which again, kind of okay with.
I mean, I'm not mad about it. I don't really care. Like, I could do without bespoke datacrons. I was just thinking that it would make sense just because Great Mothers had one. I would feel like Vader out of everybody would have one. And it has to line up at the end of the era. Because if like we had it on Kicks before with the pirate marquees, right? We had, what do we have? We had Ithano come out and then it was Kicks. Or was it Quiggled? And then it was Kicks. I can't remember.
Yeah,
but I remember having that FDC for so long. I was like, this is fucking useless.
Well, it didn't.
The team was shit.
We didn't have the full team because you were still waiting for Maz to come in and lead it.
Maz, sorry.
And it was funny that people were using that cron with Hondo before we used it with Maz. And so I think that's just part of what's going to end up happening in the long run, is that it makes the most sense to kind of like truncate things and go, okay, hey, we know it's going to be about 3 to 4 weeks after this era goes to legacy that you'll be able to use these datacrons, but these datacrons, maybe you get like a voucher for a free FDC kind of thing, and they put it in the FDC store, where you get a token for it or something. There are different ways to accomplish this for the investment.
It could literally be in like, we're still going to get the marquee challenges.
Sure.
So they could literally have a challenge in there which gives you a datacron token that you can only use once they're in the legacy, and it'll give you a bespoke cron for that character, for example. They could do something like that. That would be kind of cool. I mean, like I said, I don't really care if they exist or not. I'm just kind of curious.
The only thing I want them to do with this system, if they're going to do bespoke crons, well, one of two things. A, if you're going to can bespoke crons, say something about it now. Secondly,
and
if you are going to, that too, but if you're going to have bespoke crons, tell us how we still make those make sense, because like, what's the point of wailing on a character to get a 7-star week 1, right? If you can't use the cron in PvP for another month and a half.
Yeah.
Or with that character, you'd have access to the cron, you wouldn't have access to the character it's meant for, or the team it's meant for.
You'll have like a 4-month datacron, and for a month and a half you can't use it, and then you're like,
yeah,
the fuck? Why am I getting shorted? I've lost nearly half of the use of this datacron. And then it turns out to be a shit datacron as well. So, that's it. So, yeah. Good times.
There's a lot of unanswered questions right now.
Definitely. Which is surprising given the length of the anniversary era post. It was a book. I think Tolkien might have had a hand from the grave in writing that due to the verboseness of it. And we still come away thinking, there's so much I need to know more about. So, I don't know. But I am excited for next week. Oh, here's a question, Zareth. Are you going to create a new account to experience the early game with all these Lightspeed tokens coming? Or is that just too much work?
I actually already did. I just
holy shit.
It a couple days ago. So, it does exist now. And everyone is like, why are you doing it now? Why don't you do it on Tuesday? Like that's the day apparently that everyone's supposed to do it. I don't know.
Yeah, well, yes. I mean, reasons, I guess.
I've been wanting to make a new account anyways. For if I thought if there's going to be some new player content, so something that would occur for new players specifically, or something that was relevant to new players, then I would want to do one. And so I'm making one. I don't know if I can juggle 3. It's a lot, man.
Yeah, two is already a lot. 3, I will be doing a new account. I'll either start it tomorrow or the day after. I'll be doing a new account because it would be interesting. But if you haven't done a new account in a while, because I know your Prevail Man, is it Prevail Man?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, because that account is several years old at this point, isn't it? It's
yeah. People get mad if I call it mid-game, but it's like 11 million GP, and I'm like, I only have 5
this feels mid-game.
Budgets.
Yeah.
It's wild.
But how different is the early game now? Because I did an account about this time last year. Well, not December last year, and I could get to level 85 in like 2.5 weeks. It was really quick compared to like the 3-4 months that when I first started playing. It's a different beast.
Yeah, you get all these quests and stuff. Galactic War. You finish it once and then you can sim it.
Oh, I had to do it like
Instead of-
150 times.
It used to be like you had to do it a ton of times in a row just to be able to sim it. Yeah, so now it's just you do it once and it's done. And I don't know if I bought the Hyperdrive bundle a long time ago on both of my accounts. I thought it was still $50. Like it used to be $100, and then they reduced it to 50. That was just 10.
Yeah, it's wild. It's so cheap now. It is so cheap now.
And I wasn't gonna buy it actually. I was gonna wait to buy it eventually because I'm not gonna have a zero spending account. It'll be, I don't know, something like a minnow account, I guess you might call it. But
Sure.
I'll spend a little bit here and there. But I was like, okay, well, we gotta actually grind some of these levels and stuff. And then there's this like bug that exists. Apparently, people told me about it going into it, and I ran into it where they want you to do something with like Mace's ship, and you go in and then nothing occurs, so you back out, and then they force you back into Mace's ship, and it's just like this endless loop of you can't actually do anything. You're just stuck. God. But you can't. What you can do is navigate from Mace's ship. You can navigate somehow to buy the Hyperdrive bundle. So I was like, I guess we're doing this. So I bought the Hyperdrive bundle, and
that's CG's end game. Yeah. The lengths they will go to get $10.
yeah.
Wow.
Just an annoying endless loop.
That's a great welcome, isn't it, for new players joining this game? They're like, oh, okay, this game's fucked.
Yeah, and that's like a couple hours in, and yeah, people are like, I can't imagine it's doing them any favors at all. I would be pretty pissed as an early game.
I would probably just, I don't know, try and uninstall, reinstall. If that doesn't fix it, I would just drop the game, never come back. Like, if that was my first exposure to the game, yeah, they probably need to jump on that one. Well, God, does that mean am I going to experience that bug when I start my new account? Because that definitely didn't happen a year ago.
I mean, hopefully they fix it like soon. But apparently, you're supposed to post your ally code in the forum. Someone was telling me this, and I was like, I'm in the middle of a stream. Like I was streaming my new the new account. I'm like, I'm just not gonna break the momentum. I was gonna buy the thing eventually anyway. So yeah. I'll just do it. And,
apparently, according to chat, Bit also ran into it. He's also, so it's quite a widespread bug. Then it's not like a one-off type thing. It's happening quite a bit. And Darth Salir as well. Yeah, okay. So I will be prepared, but I don't intend on spending money on that account. I'll be honest. So I'm hoping I'm going to preempt and I'm going to poke Meathead and say, here's my new ally code. Get ready to fix my account because I'm not waiting 4 days for CG to turn around and fix it.
Get ready to put in 200,000 crystals. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, good shout. Okay, that's cool. So you are experiencing the new game. I mean, I think these new Lightspeed tokens are absolutely fucking wild for a lot of accounts. They need. My personal opinion is they should be doing these new Lightspeed tokens like every 2 weeks, like in perpetuity for older characters as a catch-up mechanic, predominantly for new players to get to experience some legendary characters, some full synergistic teams and stuff like that. It's not going to kill CG to give people the opportunity to get Relic Ewoks, but not include Nisa or something like that, you know? Thoughts? What do you think about these new Relic Zero full Zeta Lightspeed tokens that they're giving away?
Well, it's crazy. I love that they're doing it. I think that's really cool. I mean, they've needed this for a long time because I've had a lot of people who have I've talked to. They get into the game and they're all excited about it, and then they realize, they're like, yeah, this is cool. I'm making some progress, and then at some point they look at the rest of their roster and how much they have to do still, and how much work it was to get to where they're at, and they just quit. They're just like, this is too much. This is so overwhelming. There are over 300 characters. This is insane, and they quit. And I don't blame them, but it's a lot of work to do. So giving new players like all this stuff, the Phoenix, is a great team to start with. Like they give you a lot of these different teams early on. No, I think it's really cool. It's gonna make me into a kind of a hypocrite in a way, because I put out a video on like Galactic Legend farming order, and I was like, Jabba should be first. I think
Yeah.
that for a lot of accounts, like Jabba's gonna just be best. And now it's like, well, is it kind of forcing me to go toward Leia first? You know, like that she's the most obvious one to go for this account. So I haven't decided what order I want to go, but
getting that C-Rex super early, like you save yourself 400 Kyro attack on that guy alone. It's such a big boost. It's no, I think it's nothing but good news, and I really like it. I do sincerely hope that they keep doing these all year round. I think it should be every 2 weeks. There's like an old character that gets it, you know, even if they want to get, because they say it's, what do they call it? It's like challenge quest or something like that. So we don't even know what the unlock requirements are, but I imagine it's pretty low hanging fruit, easy to get.
Yeah, that would be such a funny thing.
Could,
like,
could you imagine? You need R9 Ray.
You need a full Relic 9. Yeah. No, I'll tell you what the funniest thing about my early game account right now is. I've been climbing the ranks. It just in hand over fist with my overpowered arena team, which is I spent $5 and bought Cup.
Oh, of course, yes.
He even without Relic Delta, he's still just climbing.
And when Relic Delta comes in, I mean, are you going to also drop $5 and get R9 Clone Wars Chewbacca? And those two combined.
Oh God, that's gonna be.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's then you have a Galactic Republic team.
Exactly.
That's unstoppable.
And he has a leadership.
Dude,
you want that defense up, baby.
Dude, I want to just see a screenshot every GAC round from that account, Sarah, where it's just like, and Cup Clone Wars Chewie getting the hold once again, folks. Just how far you can climb on that ludicrous train until it's like, all right, we hit Kyber 3 and now it's time to stop.
No, seriously, it'll be. I really. You know those awesome screenshots of people who gamble and they put like Wampa with like two other characters in 3v3
level 1 characters or something, right?
Yeah,
so that they're gonna die.
Yeah, and then you just pray that you get one hold with them. You know, those other 2 characters die off, and then Wampa's just unkillable. You know, like yeah. I could do that in GAC. I could.
Hell yes, I can't wait. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, and you only have to put 3 teams down total. So
I mean, you've got Cup in the north, you've got Clone Wars Chewbacca in the south. You don't even need a backwall team. You've got it. You've got R9s when Relic Delta comes in and your opponent hasn't dropped $10. They're screwed. Those free-to-play peasants, they won't know what hit them.
Yeah, and then you get paired with someone with 9 million GP and just like your phone.
Yeah, then you die. Yeah.
Yeah, because the GAC matchmaking at that level is also the worst possible. Like
it really is.
People complain about the Erodiums being, catapulted to the top of Kyber 1, and that is an issue. It's frustrating on several levels for several different people, but I think for the early game experience, they gotta fix that, right? Like that seems like if they're working on trying to make it a kinder, gentler situation for new players, like because GAC is the thing. It's the most visible game mode, even though it's legacy now. Like it's the one.
Yeah, they don't care about it. All right, but it is the most visible. Yeah.
Yeah, like if you want to go watch someone play Galaxy of Heroes, like for the most part, that's what you're going to find is GAC. Mm-hmm. And so they're like, yes, finally, I made level 85. I can finally play. Let's go. And then they can't even like scratch the paint on whatever teams they're facing because there's just a ton of people who sign up for GAC and may or may not actually sign in to play, but they
should at least fix it for Carbonite,
with your 10.
Right? Yeah,
if you win with your 10, fun, it's gonna be like this hollow victory. You're like, well, that was stupid.
Yeah, I think they should at least try and make sure that Carbonite players are not facing people with like 9 million plus GP. Just so when the training wheels are on, they can experience something that's a little bit more normal. I mean,
Yeah.
I've only just after like nearly a year playing on the alt account gotten out of Carbonite, and I'm in like Bronzium 3 at the moment. But that was still a horrendous experience, and the only reason I got out of Carbonite is because I met a series of players that didn't turn up, and now I'm facing players that they might have closer GP. They're like 6 million to my 2.4. So it's still kind of unreachable for a free-to-play account, but these guys actually play a little bit, and I'm like, okay. So it's still not great fun, but hey.
What are you going to do with that account now?
I'll
If you're starting a new one, you're going to scrap your middle.
I'll probably keep playing it because I'll be honest. I think part of the reason why I enjoy this game is the sense of progression in general. I like growing. I've always liked RPGs, so like when you're leveling up and you're getting additional characters and you're taking them to higher relic levels, I enjoy that experience, the progression. So I don't really mind. I'll keep doing that because it's not a PvP focused account. I very deliberately made it an account that rushed to get crystals from Fleet Arena, and then I pivoted to raid focus. So it does very well in the raid. I get like 2.5 million in the raid, which is great for a 2.4 million account. And I get
that's almost as much as my 11 million account.
Oh, your mid-game account, yeah.
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 There you. Call it that.
Yeah, so like it's not PvP focused. So like I don't mind that, and I'm quite happy to keep playing that. I'll probably do something different again with this new account. I'll probably take it down a different route. But I get my competitive itch scratched by my main account. So I'm like, yeah, I can play in Kyber 1 there. I don't need to do that Sweaty Lord try hard stuff on alt accounts. I'll just have fun. So
Yeah, that's fair. I haven't decided what I want to do with this new count yet. Exactly. Like, I think I want to do like I've done on my other alts, where, I mean, I've always done the thing I call it big game hunting, and people say, some people think like I'm trying to hunt big accounts or something. That's not really it. That's just like trying to beat Galactic Legends without having too many of my own. That's what Prevail Man is. It's like I'm in Kyber 2 playing against people with 9 or 10 GLs, and I've got 5, and it's fun. Like it's you have to.
I mean, that's damn impressive. Like, I mean, it might get a little bit harder again with Relic Delta coming into the game. I guess we're going to find that out real soon.
Well, that's what I loved about going like heavy defense in GAC was challenging myself to beat GL zones and boards without having to use very many GLs, because it's not super exciting to play that way when you're just like, well, I'll just use my 9 GLs, I'll clear everything for 64 or 65, and then we'll see how fleets go between the two of us.
The great equalizer.
The unfortunate part now, the unfortunate part right now though is that it really doesn't matter unless both you go heavy on defense. What you set on your defensive board doesn't really matter anymore, because it's so easy for them to set 4 or 5 GLs and still one tap your entire board like it was not even there. And so it's like, well, do I care about winning more? Do I care about challenging myself more? And so it's like, for me, it just takes a backseat every other week. It's like week 1, I went super balls to the walls on defense. I still cleared the board, not great, but I still cleared it. But I lost almost every round that week because of it, because I was, 30 banners down on efficiency or whatever it ended up being by the end. And then, this week it's like, okay, I went with a more moderate board and I've gotten 1850 on every score. So it's like, nice. Okay.
Fair.
Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. Like I always think, and I'm sure that I just have I'm sure it's a little bit skewed. I struggle sometimes to play GAC and like take it the most seriously, because as a content creator, like people will, I mean, especially the higher you get, the more people will be like, yeah, I just watched his stream, and then like I have like screenshots of people who like they're telling their guild. They're like, yeah, it was super easy. I just watched his stream first, and then I knew what he had on defense.
Yeah.
and then
Stream sniping, stream
freaking nerds,
the content creator.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
I had a similar experience like
reconcile
that. A couple of weeks ago. I was facing a guy, and I normally attack straight away. Like, okay, 2 out of 3 days I attack straight away, and then it's the Sunday one. This, because obviously GAC is live now. I do my Sunday attacks tomorrow, right? But it was one where I was attacking first, and I was against this guy, and he attacked after me, obviously. But he sent me a screenshot, and he was in a VC with like 10 people from like top end guilds. And they were all theory crafting how to one-tap my board with like maximum efficiency. I was like, that's what I have to deal with. Okay, when they actually try, obviously. It's like you have all of the information and you're crowdsourcing your responses. Great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't. It makes it hard. And honestly, I mean, that's how it is. Like, I'm putting myself out there also, like I'm. It's information. They're not cheating to get it. It's not a cheating thing. It's if you want the strictest definition of competition, like it's not really like fair competition necessarily, but it is what it is, man. Yeah, I'm going to stream it at a certain time every time, which is gives people a lot of time to react to it and stuff. And it worked for a little bit. I changed my account name to, instead of Xerath, it was Mount Algo, and now everyone just knows that anyway. So
yeah, you need to change it to like Alt Malgo or something. I don't know. Keep them guessing. Keep them guessing.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't.
My name is Steve. That's what you should just put.
Change it to Arnold T101.
Well, and that's the thing too, is I used to have a moment where I thought like beating up on YouTubers or streamers was kind of like a fun like thing to do. But it's like the reality is, like, if you have to put in more effort than them to win, it's like, well, you're not really competing. It's like I've let you go because I know you have to play for your content. So like, if Xerath and I were ever to match up, it's like, depending on the day of the week, Xerath might have to easily go first. I'm like, I can just wait till he goes, see what he does. If I'm really picky about it, I could go check his stream to see what he said or what he used on the attack, so I can have an idea. It's like you have too much information at that junction to make it a fair fight. It's not really what I consider like sportsmanship. It's just kind of like, well, I have more tools than you, so I have like a 10% chance to win over you anyways by default, unless it's a massive mismatch. So I kind of got over that and was like, I'm going to go fight the people that are at the top. It's fun to fight them. They take the game incredibly well, but it really goes to show you where investment in time and money make a massive difference into PvP skills. And so it's just at that junction, I was like, I don't need that in my life either. I'd like to not spend 3 hours a GAC match planning my attack strategy. Like, I'd rather just do what Scribe does and get drunk off my ass and try to see if I can clear the board.
I mean, I would take insult at that, but it's absolutely true. So yeah,
it's way more fun.
We have been going for some time, and we do have questions. So I think we should one or two questions. I think we should probably try and speed run Tribe Talks questions, whilst we still have voices, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so here we go. Eric R. asks, if we have characters that are relic already, can the newest lightspeed tokens be used on them? For example, I used a rebel lightspeed token we had recently to relic 0 my saw. Can I use this new lightspeed token to give him the Zetas without spending it on him? Oh yeah, without using his own Zeta mats. The answer is yes. Yeah, so if you had a relic 5 saw and you but you didn't have the Zetas, you can use the relic 0 lightspeed token and it will give the Zetas, but it won't put him to relic 0. Don't worry about that. Anything that you've got above the normal metrics, you'll retain and you'll get the missing stuff.
Yeah, the short answer is if the token can make any improvement on the character whatsoever, whether it be relics, Zetas, stars, whatever, if it can make any improvement, it can be applied. and it'll keep the highest watermark on everything else, but it will improve what it can improve. That's the general rule of thumb for the Lightspeed tokens, because I know everyone's going to ask, well, what about in this situation? If it can be improved, it'll work. That's the general gist.
Yeah, that was a nice, quick, and easy one. Will CG let you release footage of Relic Delta prior to release?
No,
that's from C to the J. I mean, no, we're not allowed to. Plus, candidly speaking, we don't have footage. We have. Well, I assume we still have access to the playtest accounts, but I was able
to log in last week, and it's still there. Everything's still present. So
theoretically, we could record footage, but there would be no point. We're going to see it in a couple of days.
I asked him about this in general chat, and I'm like, "Are you just wanting us to give you like counter advice early? Because I'm not going to do that unless you're paying me. Like, I'm not going to spend hours like doing counter footage like." Review for you just so you have a slight edge in the first GAC. I'm like, I don't give a shit.
Well, I'll give you a link to my PayPal account and then we'll talk.
Yeah.
Good question. Thank you, C to the J. OKY says, a bit of a speculative question here. Do you think that the new EP Mara Jade Vader team will be able to beat GL Ray or other GLs to a similar degree as the current EP Mara Jade Starkiller lineup in 5s and or in 3s? Obviously, in the higher leagues, this is less common, but I'm curious to see if you think Vader can be a replacement or perform to a similar standard as Starkiller just from the kit alone. You're challenging me now. I can't really remember the kit very well. I remember coming away thinking, damn, that looks good.
Yeah. Thoughts? I mean, I think that the devs know the general impact that Starkiller has for that team. And I mean, if we're being honest, like Starkiller with EP Mara has been kind of on the outs for a little bit anyways. He's been packed off with Seer and Malicos a lot in a lot of different builds. And so, yeah, sure, you can technically counter Ray with EP Mara. Like I've been doing it lately. It's been kind of fun, but it's not. I don't know how consistent that's going to be. Once a decent Datacron comes along, it's just going to stop that in its tracks anyway. So, will it be able to do that like super consistently across all the different leagues? I kind of doubt it. Will it be able to beat some Ray teams? I bet that that's going to work. I don't really know for sure. It's hard for me to tell. Like when you read a kit, it's like, that seems pretty cool, but I'd have to see it in person. Plus, we don't know the damage numbers and stuff. Like, if he just hits with an absurd amount of damage, or the speed. Like, there's a ton of variables that matter a whole lot that we just don't know. It's like, sure, kit-wise, like, I don't see it, like, I don't see the kit restraining it from being able to beat some of these things, but also you've got to have other factors that also work alongside the kit to make it happen. So,
and I think new Darth Vader also does have some, if there's a GL on the field, part of his kit turns off. I can't remember what. So, and also keep in mind that Starkiller is getting a brand new home under Stranger with excuse me, I apologize. That sneeze came from my boots. He's getting a brand new team with the Stranger and a new legendary under Octopussy Maul. So it's not like you're losing a big game counter. You still have Starkiller. Just maybe the EP variant isn't going to be punching up. And now I know not everybody's going to be unlocking Stranger, and not everybody's going to be unlocking the new Maul immediately anyway. So there may well be certain scenarios where you just still keep Starkiller with EP. If you don't have Stranger, if you don't have New Maul, you might just still use that team. If you don't also have Seer Malicos, like there's probably wait and see, I guess.
Yeah, to a large credit of it, they are intentionally trying to downplay parts of his kit. Like the ramping offense is gated by there being Galactic Legend. His Omicron on the unique is gated by a Galactic Legend tag as well. So I think intentionally what they're trying to do is they're trying to elevate the team to be able to punch up against a lot of these non-GL type teams, but it's again trying to thwart these teams getting too out of control against GLs. You're trying to leave the conquest units and triple GAC Army characters to be the GL fighters, and everything else is kind of just like we're creating a basically GLs. We're trying to push back into being an S tier team, and we're trying to create A tier team counters. We're trying to avoid creating more things that just beat GLs at a given.
That would have been great if that was kind of like the philosophy all along. But there's still so much that already beats GLs.
Well,
it's kind of like,
it's so weird though, right? Because it's like you came out with like Malgus, and he's a triple Omni GAC character that doesn't really ever punch up into the GL range. No. But then you've got like Reva is hit or miss depending on cron support. And a couple others that are kind of in that weird meta where they don't really punch up. They were designed to do one thing, but like the one thing really only works if it has Datacron support. Otherwise, you're really rolling dice on efficiency or effectiveness. Sorry. And then even on top of that, like the Reva counter versus JMK is like super specific turn order, super specific abilities you have to use. If you don't follow that exactly, it goes off the rails pretty quickly. So it's kind of weird that they cared about that as much, but I'm okay with having more things that kind of just beat up against these A tier teams they've created. I wouldn't mind having more options versus Balin, versus Reva, versus Malgus, versus Treya, versus Great Mothers. I'm fine with more options in that particular round. So like none of this being gated a little bit hurts me, but I think what you'll still find is that this EP Mara Vader team will still probably work versus lower power level Rays when you're talking about Ray Ezra, Ray Cal, Ray,
sure. It changes the game
super teams. Yeah. Then you're going to change what is effective. I mean, that's why EP Mara doesn't really work, or SK doesn't really work versus Ray teams now. Is there's too much power condensed into the one team, and so
we've kind of been forced into that environment as well because GAC has lacked innovation in some time. We're getting more and more really powerful teams and powerful characters. You might as well consolidate into super teams at this point because it's the only way we're really going to get meaningful holds.
Yeah, power condensing becomes a huge thing the higher you get in Kyber 1.
Also, there was you were talking about like all these teams and like conquest units and legendary units countering GLs, and I was like, and then Jedi Master Mace came out. With Jocasta Nu and he exists.
I still have no idea what he's supposed to be in GAC with Jocasta because it's like it takes so long to get her going that I'm like, I'm down a team member most times by the time she's in her ability, and then even then it's like the team's made of relative paper. The best thing that team has done for me has been basically an auto button in TDB.
Yes,
like any light side mission, press auto, they'll pretty much win even without the Omicron. But outside of that, I mean, they do create them. They're not always designed to punch up per se versus GLs. But I'm okay with them kind of separating the classes because I do want GLs to be a little bit more premium. I find it a little infuriating that you can do a 10 GL defense right now and still get one shot.
Yeah,
like. It's a little infuriating that you have the most power on the board possible. It's just like, screw you. Like, God damn it.
Yeah. Okay, so next question comes from Hayden117. Has anyone heard if during Black Friday area, if they are going to have any other GL Lightspeed bundles apart from JMK? He asks because he's close to Leia.
So the short answer is we've never really done Black Friday deals. You have the anniversary packs that come out, and those usually stagger over a week, sometimes up to 10 days, depending on what's releasing and when. But it should be about a week worth of time. The only time we get anything that's really like pushes a ton of unique packs is over Christmas. Christmas, we're inundated with them. So Christmas usually starts like with like around the 15th to the 20th, and then we run the rest of the year on a new pack like every 2 days. That's when we get the TB packs with Hoda and IPD and Wampa and all that other stuff. Cam, all these other characters that have come out in the past. So usually we don't do anything special for Black Friday. Black Friday is pretty vanilla because they can't really offer particular promotions within the game without fussing with a lot of stuff from Apple and Google.
Fair. I don't know. I have nothing to add to that. I don't know if they're doing anything else. Maybe.
No clue.
Yeah. Thank you for the question. So next one is Darth Bismarck. How do you think the new marquees will work with their intended teams as well as possible placement in other teams? For example, I see this all the time. Stormtrooper Luke, people who put Stormtrooper Luke, I look at it and I think Saint Luke in a Galactic Legend Leia Organa setup. We had a chat about this before, Garth, didn't we? Around potentially using new Luke under GL Leia?
There is some possibility that new Luke and the Princess Leia with her Omicron will have viability in replacing Adrad and Jin. But as we kind of came to quickly sorting out, it just depends on what you're countering. Because it's like you can save Adrad, Jin, and a Rogue One team for something separate. But there are going to be certain counters where you have to abuse the mechanic of the AI just shitting on Jen and she can't die.
Yeah.
That's kind of how like the counter versus Spectre works. Is they just dogpile Jen, they can't kill her, and then you just keep everyone else stealth during that time,
and you ramp boatloads of mastery.
Yeah, there is some good mechanics with Luke. I think he's going to be some fun under that team, but the short answer is like it's going to come down more to about what you're countering than is it a good fit. And then the other side of the coin is I don't know what else Luke does because unfortunately he doesn't really fit the vibe of the Sauna team. There's not really anybody you want to kick out from there particularly. You could kick out Kara. You could possibly kick out not Stormtrooper Han. Captain Han Solo and forego your revives for a different possibility there. It has potential to work, but then you need Princess Leia there too, which means you need to kick out probably Kara because you need Rolo and Stormtrooper Han. They're kind of the pivotal part of the Sauna gimmick. And again, I don't think that's going to change Sauna doing anything productive. So, I don't think it changes enough. But, Asajj is going to do great things with Boba. That, adding the Disciple to the team is going to add a lot of attacks out of turns, which is really going to help. And
Boba
thrive.
Can just spam abilities now because he can't get ability blocked, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Just AoE every turn.
Yeah. Well, after the third time though, he gets forced to use the ability gets closed off. It's not an ability block.
Oh, it's not a bit. I thought it was ability block.
Yeah, it's not an ability block. They straight up just shut off the ability, if I remember correctly.
I'm going to double check that because I thought that was the whole point of Disciple. Let's have a look.
But either which way, a lot of the characters that they're bringing, they're going to really help the team they're bringing for. The only one that has some ambiguity in it, in my opinion, is Luke, of where he can go. I was really kind of hoping they'd make the the Akbar Ami do anything useful.
It's Boba Fett says if he uses the same special ability 3 turns in a row, that ability becomes blocked for 1 turn. I don't know if that turns off or not. I'm willing to bet, based on the fact that she's supposed to go in that team, that Disciple will stop that from being ability blocked. I'm going to go down and lay my cards down right now and say it won't stop it. It will stop him from being blocked.
I will disagree with you on that one because
if I win, I will buy you a cigar. No, hang on. You buy me a cigar, bitch. If you win, I'll buy you a cigar.
I mean, I would hate to pay the.
I mean, you just have to keep it until 2027, mate.
Listen. I'll just make it easier. We'll just put $20 down on it.
All right, fine. $20. There you go.
But I'm pretty confident that it'll just prevent him from using the ability. The same way with the Gungans, they don't have an ability block. Their frustration just prevents you from using your abilities. It's the same type of mechanic. It goes around the phrase. So if it doesn't say that you are ability blocked, it's a workaround. It's the same but different.
Different, but same.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think I agree with Karthrick on this one.
All right. Fuck you both. I hate you. But that's fair. That's fair. I don't judge.
Fuck you back.
Fuck you very much. Okay.
Ooh, a little circle jerk going on here. Okay.
And they say Tribe Talks is a family-friendly environment. Okay, so thank you for the question. Minato asks, how likely is it that we see Satil Shan or Emperor Valkorion and his children? Such niche characters. I've never played SWTOR to that extent. Gentlemen,
I am low-key hopeful that with the era they're providing us right now, that CG is taking some more freedoms into what characters they bring into the game. Because I am so sick and tired of chasing thematic releases. I don't really care about them. I have no interest to them, no really tie to them. They're just new characters. It's just part of the mantra, but I am very excited about the new Vader, the new Asajj, IG-90, whatever, but it fills a niche that Afra's needed for the better part of like 4 years now, so I'm happy to have it. Stormtrooper Luke's kind of a cool add-in to the mix. Inquisitor Barriss, I'm surprised it took them this long to get her into the game. Mm-hmm. Yoda Chewie is kind of whatever, but I mean, it's something that I would like to have lifted. I want the Wookiee team to be elevated. So I'm happy to have it. So I'm hopeful that this CG is taking a little bit of a time here to go, okay, let's add in some more fringe stuff that there's maybe more player support behind, and we'll slow roll maybe the eras that are just giant content dumps of The Mandalorian or Ahsoka or whatever else is coming over the horizon.
I mean, I personally have no idea if they'll bring those characters, but maybe.
Yeah, you have to imagine that they're aiming for the characters that'll make people excited and interested in things. And if I was actually very shocked when they decided to introduce Afra to the game, because she's pretty niche. She's just a comic book character. Like, she's in no other medium like that. That seems like one of the smallest groups in the Star Wars fandom, which doesn't mean they should just be completely unrepresented or whatever, but they just I was surprised when she was added to the game, and and it was met with a lot of who?
I had a lot of that. Comments and people in live streams at that time were like, who's that? I was like, I don't know. It's this girl.
Listen, Galen Merrick,
Proxy, that's all I need. Give me a proxy.
Just saying. Like, there is some of that like 2000s game nostalgia that they just need to tap into. Like, I swear to God, like Republic Commando, the Force Unleashed series. There's a couple other ones in there that I'm just not thinking of. But I mean, you even go back to the 90s, do the Jedi Knight Outcast series. There's a couple other ones that you could do in there that you could just have a lot of fun with. It's like the your guys' YouTube channels will tell you the main demographic of this player base is like men from the age of like 25 to 40.
Yeah, most of mine are in that age bracket. So I can't speak for everybody's, but that's my age demographic, is mostly anywhere between sort of 20 and 50.
But I'm just saying,
I don't
like,
say 6-7 enough, I guess.
Stop. Oh my God, that's derailed my entire train of thought. But no, I think they would do really well with bringing in some of that kind of content, because I think that's where a lot of their core demographic is engaged with, and it's nostalgia for them. They're more inclined to want to invest into those characters because it's something that they can tangibly associate with. Like, I've told the CG for 6 months now, you drop like the clone squad, a light side clone commando squad, and like there isn't a price tag I'm not going to shell out to have that squad Relic 9 the day when they release.
Relic 10, Relic 10.
I don't care. I'll do it. Like that's where I'm at though. Like I would love to have Boss, Fixer, Sev, and Scorch, Lightside Scorch, of course, as part of the game. And there's just a certain level of I would pay premium dollar to have that into the game. And I feel like they're under the gun from Disney a little bit to keep up with the releases. Which is, that's the prerogative of the people that own the license. But I feel like if you want to make this game make money, you got to start tapping into some of that stuff that's like, 90s and early 2000s gaming, which I mean, given by the people that work there, these people grew up with that. Like they should know exactly what we're looking for. And I'm just find a way to take a left-hand turn here and go down memory lane. And I think you guys would just be raking in cash hand over fist because people are so ingrained to those characters that they would. I mean, Valkorion drops, I guarantee, probably one of the highest day one unlocks of a GL if they brought him as a GL.
I don't know
just because of some.
I'll probably do it anyway.
He's the big bad from one of the expansions of the MMO.
Fine.
But a lot of people would probably be very interested to have him early because it's something tangible that they can relate to, that they have experience and would be excited to be a part of. So anyways.
Yeah, I will say that, I mean, I never played any Old Republic stuff. I played Knights of the Old Republic. That's different. I don't know how you guys felt, but I think my favorite character release, like the at least the like era, not that it was in the eras time period or whatever, but my favorite ever was when they were releasing Starkiller and all the different characters like Mara Jade and Dash and all these characters from the old expanded universe and stuff. Like,
dude, when I saw Kyle Katarn, I was like, fuck yes.
That's my shit, dude.
Hell yes.
I thought that was the best part of it, and then they released Starkiller, and I went into a coma for a day and a half.
That it was so cool. I loved that, and that's what this kind of feels like. This new release, like not that all of the characters here are, they're not even from the expanded universe or whatever, but they like it's a very similar thing of like all these kind of characters that like individually buff different units and stuff. Different squads. I think it's cool. It has a similar kind of energy for me.
Yeah, I completely agree, and I think that me personally, I find it more engaging when we get these segments of characters and they're not just a team that's designed to work together. It is much better when it's individual characters that go out and uplift old, less relevant teams. That gets me excited. Like that's just great. In general, I prefer that method. I don't think we'll see much of it because I think CG will probably still continue to mostly release full teams or two teams within an era. But hey, it's special when they do something like this. I like it. It's cool. It's cool. All right, we've still got loads of questions, so I'm going to power through here, Garth. So thank you for the question. JH90, with all the changes they're bringing to make it more new player friendly, do you think we'll ever see accelerated ship nodes for fleet farming? And if not, why? Who wants to lead?
I think they got to figure out what the hell they want to do with fleets first.
Yeah.
I think they just don't know what the fuck is going on with fleets. I think that when I bet they have meetings where they're like, hey, we need someone to make a new ship kit. And everyone like immediately touches their nose so they don't have to be the one to do it. Like, I would not be surprised at all to find out that like, and the person who like missed out on it, who was like kind of, spacing out, they look around and everyone's got their finger on their nose. They're like, oh,
the guy who turns up to the meeting late with coffees for everybody.
Now I have to learn ships, like they don't, I don't think they know the kit. Like every time they release something that's significant in ships, which is basically every ship, because there's not enough ships out there. And if they're not going to release something good, then why would they? Like,
nobody's going to farm it, right?
Unintended consequences. They're always like, oh, we didn't know that would be countered by that, so we gotta fix this. Like and then like I thought that they were just not gonna touch it for. I was shocked when they released the two new ones because it was like a year. They released Punishing One, and Punishing One radically changed the fleet meta, and they were like, we didn't know that would do that. Actually, oops. Hashtag oops. And And then when they actually released new ships recently, I mean, it just like reversed everything again.
Yeah.
It's just
I
they need
felt
to
so
figure it out.
vindicated with
They need
that
to get
because
their
I
shit together.
fucking hated the punishing ones. Like, even though so many people loved it, I was like, you literally made a fleet counter the thing that it released to counter it, which is more expensive to get. Like, why would anybody get profundity at this point? Like, just stick with your executor. It's cheaper and better. Like, there was just, so it annoyed me no end. So I was very happy, even though it made me a giant hypocrite when Rogue One came out. I was like, yeah, fuck you, punishing one, stupid ship. And then, and the other side of it is, whenever a new fleet comes out, we do know that they are going to nerf the Chimera and buff the Dagger for some reason, or the Leviathan. So that's fleet for us.
Well, it was so. I think it's like they just don't treat it with the kind of respect they do with shit with characters with squad arena stuff. Anyways, because I think one of my least favorite aspects to ships, that they've done recently, one of my least favorite actions that they've taken is like, hey, let's take like it was Sith Fighter was the best starting ship or whatever. Like that was the best, and so everyone's like, oh shoot, like it has to be fast if I want to go first. And like it's good. So a lot of people got Relic 9 on their Sith Assassin, and then with no warning at all, they were like, no, that ship actually sucks balls and it's no longer relevant whatsoever. And in fact, you should just take Scimitar instead. And like all these people are like, so what do we do with our Relic 8, Relic 9 Sith Assassins? And CG's like, just kick rocks, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Have you heard of Relic Delta? Like, yay.
I just and it's just like they just keep making all these changes that I don't know. I'm just it's supremely frustrating on a lot of different levels. But.
I don't know. Like I feel like they never did the accelerated farming for fleets just because there are so few. It kind of makes sense when you've got like, I think it's like 310 characters in the game now, and there's like 80 ships or something. So it kind of makes sense, I guess. It doesn't make it any fun. It doesn't make it fun, though. And as you said, we get like a ship a year at this point. So everything is going to be accelerated, more or less, apart from the one new ship that we get that year. It's like, okay. So I don't know. I don't know. Okay, good question, JH90. Thank you, buddy. Andro asks, will any of y'all be joining Matt Masters' new guild on the 18th? This is Matt's doing a new guild for new players who are doing new accounts for the the anniversary event. I will be joining that guild. I don't know if you have plans to join that guild, Zareth, or are you going to go to pastures greener?
No plans at all for it, actually. We'll see.
It will be the biggest content creator guild ever.
That is a blatant lie, Zareth. You'll take to whatever guild will carry you the hardest.
That's true. That's true.
That is the plan, is to just find a guild who's like fine with me just not contributing anything, like 600 tickets and
600 million GP in the guild. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, when I started a year ago, I literally had people message me straight away being like, I've got a 450 mil GP guild. We'd love to have you. And I was like, that defeats the purpose of this account. It was supposed to be like, what is the new player experience actually like? So I'm gonna decline, but the offers will be there, Zareth. I'm sure they will. If you say, hey, you've already said you've done a new account. So I'm sure there are some big chunky guilds already like, come join us, please, Zareth. So it's fun.
All I know is I was actually thinking about like, okay, let's see what the new player experience is like. Let's stay in like, what am I? I'm in like Bantha 5 or some random guild.
Bantha 5. Yeah.
Yeah, they just place you in one. And I looked the other day, and there are 3 total people in that guild.
Yeah, that's not a guild.
Like the guild. The game auto places you into a guild, and I'm the only one with when you upgrade a character, it says it says so and so's upgraded such and such character to gear level whatever, and I'm the only one who's doing that. Like the other 2 people in my guild, I don't know. I mean, it's not a guild. It's just the dumbest situation. So I need to get out of it. I was gonna just try to play. I figured they'd stick me with a bunch of other like active new players, and we slowly work our way into.
That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
But like, yeah, no one's even earning tickets except for me, so I can't even do any of the guild related things. Like it's another system that's actually from my perspective, it's pretty broken. It's not working the way they wanted it to. So yeah.
And
I'll
it doesn't help as well that the best way of finding a guild is pretty much anything but using the guild search function within the game. Like, you're better served going onto Facebook and finding a guild there. Obviously, you're much better going to Discord, but like the game search function, like, you have no way of properly engaging with the community and being like, hey, I would really like to join your guild. You just have to open up the clunky messenger service, ask to join a random guild with a blind invite and be like, please love me, not knowing where the majority of the players play, what language they speak, if they're going to accept you or not. It's not ideal. They need to do a little bit better at that. But hey ho. So Zareth may or may not join that guild. Probably won't, because he'll probably find a big boy guild, and I don't blame him at all.
Yeah, I would take that exit immediately if I could. Right, start a new account. I'm like, who is it? Like 600 million that will take me.
Karth is wanting to do a new YouTube video series about how to be a massive fucking whale and still survive. And now would be the best time to do it with all these Lightspeed tokens, Karth.
Dude, honestly, if the anniversary didn't have the quest stuff coming up with it, that would be great to take advantage of. I would think that Christmas would be the one where every single Lightspeed bundle would come back to, and that's where you get the most bang for your proverbial buck on doing that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But it's like, basically, if you bought every single Lightspeed bundle and the Hyperdrive bundle and everything else with that, you're like probably rolling in somewhere around like 500, maybe pushing close to 1,000, depending on which packs they have available. But I mean, like, you would probably at like $500 walk away with an account that's probably pushing like, ready for hard conquest. You're probably like 5 million plus GP.
That's just wild, isn't it? That's just wild.
Well, I mean,
you wouldn't have mods at all.
Mods.
But you wouldn't need mods with the new conquest setup. You would just need Relic Delta to carry you harder.
You would just Relic Delta the fuck out of
it. Which, I mean, honest to God, though,
that's gonna save me, Relic Delta.
The two of you are gonna, the two of you are gonna have a fun YouTube series about how to. I don't want to say abuse, but the better word is probably take advantage of Relic Delta, because when we were doing our testing, that was one of the things I focused on pretty heavily, was just like, if you're at the power advantage, what can you punch down into? And the answer is a lot. So I'm gonna be one of those people that's like, you know what? You tell people which attacker to take to Relic 9, and then just like, all right, well, I see your R5 team. Maliko says delete with this button. Game over. Like, I think that'll be a huge thing for the new accounts is how to leverage Relic Delta to your advantage versus thinking it's a constant negative.
Just but instead being like, and just AOE,
dude. Yeah, attackers with any AoE damage, Padawan Obi-Wan, Tarpals, Maliko, Star Killer, Gas, anything that has a massive AoE damage will just obliterate the board at like a Relic Delta 4. So
I think what you should do is go for the high single target damage, and you all in on young Lando. Relic 10 young Lando. I think he has the single highest. Actually, no, I think Darkside Ray might have knocked him off now. But the single highest multiplier on any ability in the game, doesn't he? With his hot hand shot or whatever it is. Isn't it got like a multiplier of 4.2 or something like that? It's ridiculous. Whereas like normal big hits are like 2.5 or something, or 3. But it's just a single target, and the rest of his kit is shit. It would still be funny though.
I got him up to Relic 8 relatively early because of what you're talking about.
And, really? You're in a prime position to talk about this then. Tell me more.
Well, I mean, he's the one that encouraged me to do it, so.
All right, cool.
he's cool. He kills some stuff. He used to. If you look at him at my young Lando now, though, he's
got no mods.
he only has one mod that's over 6 E. So.
Oh, okay. He still has mods.
I really just looted him.
Yeah. Poor young Lando.
I
Alas, maybe he'll be a character that gets a marquee release in the future. Maybe we'll get Beckett or something sometime down the line, and we'll have a revival of the prepared
squad.
Yeah.
Once again, reviving the prepared squad again for the 3rd time.
Hey, look, man, they keep doing it. They used to keep doing it to the CLS team, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, we got loads of questions, guys. I'm sorry. Greetings, Zunzil of Spribe. What? Intentionally spelled as a nod to Xerath. I don't get it, but thank you, Bubba Joe. It's well over my head. I humbly request your assistance. Oh, so humble. Recently, I started a brand new free-to-play so far account in anticipation of the new anniversary gifts and Lightspeed tokens. Do you think the quests that grant those tokens will be accessible in a free-to-play friendly and for the brand new, not yet level 85 free-to-play friendly way, or will they be behind some sort of gated access? We don't know. I have to assume that they have to be kind of accessible, right? They can't be like, you got to have 14 million plus GP, otherwise you can't get them.
They have a lot of things on this that are gated under certain GP thresholds, where it's like you can't access it if you're over 4 million or 5 million GP. So I think a lot of this stuff is front loaded into earlier accounts. They want to make players invested enough to keep them keep playing. You know, we saw those numbers with May the 4th, right? You had 2 million accounts start May the 4th, and then we lost them over the course of the next few months. And so I think a lot of what they're aiming here with the 10-year anniversary is to get players in the door, give them enough to be invested to keep them showing up and keep participating.
Yeah. I think, we don't know, I guess, ultimately, but it would make sense to make it as accessible as possible. I imagine they'll probably be the equivalent of daily objectives. Literally, if you turn up and play the game on a daily basis, you'll probably get those LSTs, but we don't. The truth is, we just don't know. He has a second part to this question, which is, for the early ship grind, is it better to put effort into ship experience, abilities, leveling up the crew, or leveling up the crew to get the ship more power and survivability? I have to feel that you have to do all of it. Like, if you have levels and nothing on your pilots, it'll be shit. If you don't do the abilities, it'll be shit. If you don't do the levels, it'll be shit. You kind of have to do the whole hog. It's annoying.
The priority, I feel, for the most part, is your capital ship needs to be as well flushed out as you can. And then once your capital ship is put together, your pilots are more about crew, like the relic of the pilots behind it, per se, versus like having everything with the ship omegas, whatever the hell they call those, maxed out. If I remember correctly from the last account I started like 6 years ago, that was more of the the defining factor with like early negotiator fleet and whatever else you get your hands into was having like Anakin and Snips to relics helped a lot with the ship's the fleet's performance overall. But that might change because that was before like the land of Executor and Profundity and Leviathan.
For me, I would say you can usually skimp on investing in the basic ability of capital ships because they're usually pretty shit, so it doesn't matter. So maybe save your prestige, not invest in that. And I would just say focus on priority ships within the fleet. For example, if you can bulk out your Bosk and your Houndstooth, it's going to make your life a little bit easier because Bosk is just a pain in the ass to deal with. And the Houndstooth is. And then focus on an attacker. I don't know. I feel like you need a bit of everything. Real quick. Tadana has just donated $5. Thank you so much, Tadana. Is Swigger.gg dead after Relic Delta? Ooh, good
No,
No.
no, it's not. You can use .gg to literally filter out the relic difference of the team you're facing. So
in the short term, it's going to be fucky. In the short term, it'll be fucky because people will just do what they've always done, right? And not filter for relics.
I guess the best part of it is that insights will have infinitely more value. Paying that $10 a month to it, or getting into a guild that has somebody that's guild-wide access, will have a lot more value in it than the basic .gg performance.
I think, and I might be wrong here, but Xerath, you don't like to fuck with insights in general, do you? You're not like a Swigger.gg enthusiast, are you?
Well, I wasn't. I've been using it a lot more lately, just because
I'm wrong then.
It's tough to. It's tough to. I mean, it's just so tough to throw away
it has a lot of value.
That's that useful. It just really is really useful. So, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I've succumbed to using insights. Yeah, I fought it for a really long time. Because I think that the game would be more fun for me, at least. I won't speak for everyone else, but I think I'd have more fun if we all just had to theory craft ourselves, or like ask our buddies for like, hey, what works, instead of like, oh, okay, well now we know exactly what beats beats that. You know, I think it's more fun to explore that and discover it on your own.
I 100% agree with you, and it might just be rose-tinted glasses, but I feel like GAC was a lot more fun when we couldn't just literally filter down to the nth degree the exact team that we're facing and see the most probable counter to win. It's like, it does 90% of the work for you. And like, I preferred it when it was like, oh, this is what I like to use against this particular team. It's worked for me in the past and I've figured it out. But we're well past that point now, unfortunately. Like that.
How many times have you had a team loaded up? You're like, we're gonna try this. This is gonna be epic. And then you look on GG and it's like, oh, but this other one has like a 10% higher win rate. So I guess we'll just use that.
And it's got better banners. And you're like, oh well, fucking okay. Well, screw me, I guess.
All right.
Yeah. So
pulling off something that would have been kind of epic for the screen.
Yeah. I don't think that Swigger.gg ultimately dies because of this. It's just, you will need to take into consideration Relic Delta, and people are going to have to start. And I wouldn't be surprised at all if Swigger.gg started implementing even more filters, where you could say like an average Relic Delta of this for your team. What does the outcomes look like that then, right? Obviously, the win rates you're going to have to take with more of a pinch of salt then, because there's going to be a smaller sample size for very specific amounts of relic levels. But we as a community tend to invest relic levels in the same characters at the same, like people are like, oh, of course, yeah, I've got my Ray, so she's a GL, I'll take her to relic 9. But then, certain characters will always be lower relics than others. So I think it will balance out eventually, but I don't think it kills.
It's reading the tea leaves, right, to a degree, because like there are going to be teams where like with Leia countering Spectre specifically, having a low relic Janet R5 isn't going to hurt the counter at all. It actually helps the counter because they're going to deal more damage to her. They can't kill her. They're going to be more inclined to get her to low health faster, which means they will likely focus her more, which should make most of your counters safer to a degree. So it's going to be a nuance to how you read that information when you come to doing it. But if you have Solga insights, you can immediately go, I want to see, this Kron and this team at relic level, whatever. And it'll give you that information if you have insight. So I think, to be honest with you, it's going to drive more people that take GAC seriously or want to take it seriously to be inclined to either A, join a guild that has guild-wide access, or B, join or pay the $10 and do it themselves. I think that's going to drive it more. I don't think they suffer too much from that. I think Relic Delta puts more pressure on being more informed and having access to their tools.
That's a good question, though. So, really do appreciate you, Tadana. We're going to do a couple more questions. I'm not going to read all of these just because we're coming up to the 2-hour mark, and that's a long fucking time for anybody to be talking. So we're gonna shotgun this really quickly. TO42 says, "You want to buy some death sticks?" No, I don't.
Yes.
What flavor?
No, you don't. But Baddie asks, kind of curious about ship marquees. How will they fit into Colosseum? How will they transfer from Era to Legacy? Or will we not see ships anymore? It's a great question. I think if we're going to see it at all, they're going to have to do an entire Era that only includes ships, and Colosseum will have to be Colosseum in space.
Well, but they could easily just have a marquee that releases outside of the Era system. Like, it's not impossible. The structure exists.
They could bring back Galactic Chases.
Well, there's that too. But I mean, you could just release a normal marquee event and just have it not be tied to the Era system and throw it in as an extra and just leave it alone. I mean, it's equally as possible.
Yeah. We don't know, I think, is the answer to that one. Aforementioned lots of text and data from CG prompting more questions. Okay, so JKD Mike says, as I'm mostly trying to be free-to-play player, if I was willing to spend a little because I just want the new Maul coming, can I skip the 6 new marquee units coming and just focus on Maul, or will that strategy not allow me to get him to 7 stars? It will not,
it won't.
Unfortunately.
He's a journey guide character that will require the previous 6 characters to unlock, so...
Yep.
You're going to have to spend.
the very minimum you would have to do is you'd have to get the first 5 marquees to 4 stars, but you will be gated at a 4-star Maul unlock because you need to have the rest of them. Otherwise, this is the first time they've ever done this. So you could unlock Maul, but a 4-star Maul isn't going to do you a hell of a lot.
Well, but I mean, we don't even know if he'll be allowed to be any less than 7-star unlock.
No, they've confirmed that. In the big anniversary post, this new setup, if you get there, you can unlock Maul with the release of the 5th marquee, not the 6th, and you can unlock him at 4 stars with 4-star characters. But if you want to have the full unlock, you need to have all 6 marquees at 7 stars. So it's kind of a cool change because you can get the new legendary without fully wailing on everything, but you'll only get him at 4 stars. So.
Yeah. But the question is he permanently available? Or do you have to wait 100 and some odd days to get 7 stars?
Don't know.
Because if that's the point, then why would you bother?
Don't know.
Did you not read that huge document like 7 or 8 times?
Listen,
you got all the
Did you not read the 10,000 word manifesto?
What would you say you do here?
Yeah. No one hired me for my reading capabilities, okay?
They hired me because of my credit card, all right? And my limits are exponential. Anyway, so how will Relic Delta affect assault battles? Supposedly, CG are changing the relic levels of each tier to be something that we don't know.
We don't have a final answer. I think they're aiming, this is my speculation to be clear, somewhere between R3 and R5 is what they're aiming for the top end.
I wouldn't be surprised.
That sounds battles.
Yeah.
Because they want them to be achievable, not complete lockouts, especially for the rewards. It doesn't make any sense for them to be anything higher than R5. But if they're moving Proving Grounds to what, didn't they say R3 for Proving Grounds?
Yes, Proving Grounds is R3. Yeah.
I can't see them going any higher than R3 for assault battles. I don't think that's worth their time to push assault battles any higher than that.
Mm-hmm. Which
Proving
means
Grounds, I hadn't heard that about Proving Grounds. That's awesome.
Yeah. Proving Grounds will be a lot easier post Relic Delta, but also it would mean that Piet at Relic 8 for your Executor will be great in 2 of those assault battles. He'll just AoE and clear entire waves.
Well, I mean, you get an RD4 on anything. So if they're Relic 3 and an RD4, that's Relic 7. So if you have a Relic 7 team going into any proving ground, in theory,
but you need R8 Piet for Executor. So a lot of people, well, I say a lot of people, some people will have Relic 8 Piet at the very least, just for Exec.
Well, you get to 4 million GP. Like you should have a full Relic team, like a pretty decently high Relic. Like, you should be well on your way to having at least one GL, if not a couple.
Oh yeah. All I'm saying is that with that change, almost any R7 squad should be dunking on a proving ground mission. It should not be a challenge anymore with an R7 squad.
Gosh,
because that's a 150% bonus outgoing damage, and you're taking up 66% less.
60%.
60%. I fail to see how that's going to be like, oh my god, I just can't win with Piet getting into an AoE. Like at that junction, you're either not modding or you've never equipped mods. One of the two.
Both the Malgus mission, I can see some people losing the Malgus mission still. The thing is rough, man.
I've never played that proving. Well, I've not played any of them. So
yeah, that's to be fair. I've never played any of the proving grounds.
So I've heard they're very tough. Okay, cool. So I will give us 11 minutes until 1:15 to try and get through as many questions as we possibly can, and then we'll call it quits. So Bobby Bucket asks, "Hi Bobby, what do we all think the next update is going to be about? GAC/territory war tweaks or overhauls? And do you think that Fleet Arena will sunset similar to Squad Arena?" Answers on a postcard?
The first part is, I don't think that you should expect anything happening with PvP in the next 6 to 9 months. Just forget about it. I do not think that is their priority. Building out the new system is the priority. I don't see anything happening in the next calendar year with those game modes in a meaningful fashion. As for part 2, no. If they sunset Fleet Arena, they sunset the entire reason to invest into Fleet. So I don't see them sunsetting Fleet Arena anytime soon either.
Zareth, any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I mean, I think they've already said they're going to do a PvP mode for Era stuff. So,
yeah,
I mean,
they did say that.
In terms of that, I mean, though that's not what Card's talking about here. He's talking about like the legacy game modes.
The legacy pile of shit
modes.
Yeah, the shit ones. Yep. Yeah. The outmoded ones. So yeah, I think that's right though. I think they'll be working on this new stuff for a while, and I would love it if they'd give us more for TW, for GAC. I would love that, but I wouldn't expect it. I wouldn't count on it.
Agreed. I would love overhauls to both GAC. Honestly, if I was to place it in priority, I would love TW first, not because I love TW. I actually don't. I think it's precisely because I don't love TW that I think it should be a focus. Like, that's the only guild PvP mode that we have. It should be fun and big and engaging. It should be like, woohoo, let's all work together, have a really cool guild-wide PvP thing. But it just feels like a chore more than anything. So I'd like them to fix that, and I would like them to address GAC, particularly like the longer this game goes on for GAC, they can't just leave it, because we get more and more tools for GAC. If the board doesn't expand, or that we don't have a way to use that excess GP to gain some sort of benefit, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. Like, please do something with it just to keep it fresh. But I don't know what the solution to that is. Whether or not they do it, I doubt it. I think it'll be error-based content for the foreseeable future.
I think they could short-term solve GAC just by giving us new maps.
Yeah. I'll take anything. Truth be told.
Just give us some new maps. Make it so that sometimes we don't have to play ships.
Oh, CG would be on board with that. They're like, fuck Fleet.
Yeah. The short answer is that would help with PvP for at least a period of time, to add a couple different map layouts for the different seasons that come through. But overall, the PvP from a guild perspective needs to take a new approach. I don't want to say that the idea needs to be overhauled or scrapped in totality, but the way time constraints work in this game, TW is just a relic of an old game mode where it's like, yeah, it's cool. It brings camaraderie. I'm a big fan of it, but trying to get everyone to line up and play in a 24-hour period becomes incredibly taxing, and so it needs to.
I think that's what they need to address
from a guild PvP perspective. Needs to be changed to do a variety of things, and I that's a whole other episode of Tribe Talks to get into that weeds. But in the short, the way we look at guild PvP needs to be altered, and TW isn't going to cut it. And I don't think they should try to revitalize it. It's too far gone. You're better off building on something better that doesn't have the same restrictions. So,
I agree.
Make it so that people can log in and do all their attacks. At once,
that
instead of
would
having
be a
to be
start.
available all 24 hours. Because it's like, hey, a new zone's open, asshole. Like, get in there and attack. Well, I'm asleep.
Set your alarm for 2 a.m. so you can wake up and do your TW battles.
Dude, and honestly, over what we have currently, I would honestly prefer to have fucking TW be more like Conquest, where you get matched up, you've got a week. Like, there you go. Yeah. There's no fucking rush.
Well, and so
you just
I don't want to get in,
okay.
I don't want to get into it because I could spend forever talking about it. But I'm working on a pitch to CG right now for different PvP game modes. But
and how much are you bribing them again?
A lot.
Okay.
The answer is a lot.
There's a lot of Magic the Gathering cards going out to people.
To Meathead specifically, yes. Couple things from Star Citizen as well, but the short answer is the two that I like that I'm coming up with so far is basically it would kind of be like a raid but guilds compete against each other. So it's kind of like a base assault. So like you attack different zones, and then as you accomplish objectives, different modifiers kick in, and then the enemy team has a hand in setting what you're fighting to a degree. So it's more AI controlled, but it's easier to work as a piecemeal portion of things. The other one is like, remember the old Battlefront 2 galactic map where you fight planet to planet. And so you basically let let's say 6 guilds loose in a planet. They each have their own sector, and then you fight throughout the month, per se, trying to get control as much as you can in the given attack windows that are present. But it would give you a way to kind of have fun with your guild, but not be in a way that everyone needs to show up every 2 to 4 hours for every zone and every counter and everything else. But anyways, there are ideas that I'm working on to kind of pitch together. But the short answer is I think the way we know as guild PvP now needs to be overhauled in a more meaningful way that allows for the time constraint of players. Because all CG has done over the course of time, with every step they take to reduce the amount of time in game, they take 2 steps back, adding more time in game. Yeah. And so it's like, we got rid of time in game by allowing Relic Delta to make these fights easier. But then we added Relic Coliseum, or not Relic Coliseum, but Coliseum game mode.
Now you need to play every day. Even more.
Yeah, so it's like one of those things where like it's 1 step forward, 2 steps back, if not more. And so I think we kind of need to reevaluate the guild PvP aspect and make it more of competition on a leaderboard and bragging rights. Still coordinated, still working together, but it's less about everyone needs to show up every 4 hours to get victory.
Just get TW, yeah, and everybody just gets thrown into a GAC match 1-on-1 versus a random member of the other guild, and that's TW. It's like, yeah, there you go, you've got a GAC match against him, and then they just amalgamate all the points. Job
doesn't Strike Force, Marvel Strike Force, have that system?
I have no idea.
I think they do. You have like war rooms, and a certain number of teams get assigned to each one, and so it's like 3 to 5 players fight in each room. And so every room has to be defeated in order to get a higher score, but it limits the number of players that are involved.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm going to keep powering us through these questions because we've got 2 minutes. Is Relic 10 worth it on Piet or Radis for fleet? I'm going to say no.
No.
Zareth, what do you say?
Is it worth it for what? Sorry.
For fleet.
To relic 10 Piet.
Or Radis
I
for
don't-
fleet. Yeah.
I'm guessing not. I mean,
We haven't seen what R10 does for ships, but I doubt one more speed on either of those fleets changes anything.
I was really hoping they meant like Radis as in profundity. Not
Oh my
Radis
god!
as
Could you
in-
imagine? Yeah. If you take your Holdo to Relic 10, the cooldown on her ultimate decreases by 1 for every 2 relic levels. So like turn 2, she just blows up the enemy capital ship.
Yeah. No, the way it works right now is that a relic 9 Piet is going to be even a relic 10 Leviathan for the most part. We can't guarantee that statement, but it should be the case. Relic 10 Piet is not going to change. Add the profundity fight. Profundity is still going to dunk on the executor no matter what you do at the relic levels. And it's still not going to win versus Leviathan. So I can't see it being meaningful. No matter which way you cut
if
it.
they release a random ship like Mist Hunter, say,
Mm-hmm.
then it might change every single thing anyways and totally negate your investment.
Yeah. And then the Chimera will get nerfed and the dagger will get buffed. Because that's how it all works.
When he says might, he means that definitely that's how it's going to happen.
So we're getting the Mist Hunter. Okay, Sith Squirrel IRR asks, are they looking at relicking ships? You technically already have them with the pilots, so no, there are no relic levels on ships. Good. Next question. What's the best MMORPG? Fuck.
The one I'm not playing.
That's a lot of MMORPGs. They can't all be the best, Garth.
No. The one I'm not playing. That's the best one.
Wait, which one did you say then, Zareth?
Ultima Online.
It's the OG, right?
One of the oldest ones.
Yeah.
I don't even know what that is.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like the principal competitor for EverQuest. So it's called.
Yeah.
That way back in the day.
Long time ago. Gold Leader asks,
dial-up modem.
Oh yeah, 56K.
Sure.
Yeah. The old ringtone, the bidung gigung gigung. Yeah, it sounds like Mariah Carey singing down you. It's a good time. Gold Leader asks, in the new update, I've seen the ease on relic materials, but are there also plans on easing access to signal data? That's currently what slows me down, and I'm trying to catch up on Cantina farms. So, yes.
The short answer is yes. The new system allows you to get things at relic levels already, so it should make it easier to get through the early levels of relics. It's just the tier 3 stuff that's going to be a bitch.
But there's also the episode track. For the free episode track, all of the boxes that used to give gear are now going to give you relic 1 to 5 materials and signal data 1 to 3. So you're going to have more access to signal data and relic mats. We don't know how much that is, though, because they haven't told us.
Just pray it's better than their weekly shipments.
Well, we'll find out in like 2 days. So yeah. But that is unfortunately all we have time for, guys. I would love to have gotten through more questions. I think we had like a dozen more or something like that. But we've been going for 2 hours and 16 minutes, and quite frankly, we've all got fucking lives, guys. I'm sure you don't want to sit here and listen to us waffle on about Galaxy of Heroes.
Whoa!
Oh, I forgot. Karth has actually got the in-laws visiting, and he's quite happy to sit here and talk.
I mean, the longer I talk, the less I have to go rake leaves. So,
good times. Before we do wrap it up, though, Zareth, is there anything that you would like to say before we go? Anything that you want to have a chat about, or do you just really want to escape? I mean, these are all fair things.
No, we're good, man. This has been a lot of fun. Thanks for having me on.
It's been awesome, dude. It's been awesome.
Yeah.
Do you want to pimp your channel, pimp your shit, tell people what you're working on?
I mean, just come watch. You can watch live on Twitch. I'm doing it on YouTube now too. So come hang out. Spelled XAERETH, and I'm sure that wherever you search will come up with my stuff, wherever you want to look. So, nothing I am working on a new player guide. We'll see. We'll see if that'll ever. Those things are really tough to make, actually. So
They take a lot of work, I'll be honest.
it's a ton of work.
It almost makes me question whether it's worthwhile, but then, what else are we going to do, hey? Got to do something. Yeah. So
Agreed.
don't forget to mount the algo for Mr. Zara. Thank you so much, dude, for coming on and joining us today. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. And we will see you all, presumably, next Sunday. Garth, are you around?
I should be here. I don't think I have anything planned between now and the end of the year. I can't get dog sitters to go visit my family for Thanksgiving, which is fine. I just saw them last weekend. So I should be here for that. And then Christmas, we're staying home. So should be here all the way through the end of the year.
Amazing. Cool. Well, we will see you all on next Sunday. Zareth, I'm assuming you're probably going to do your GAC in a couple of hours, right?
Yeah. I'll be on in less than 4 hours. So
well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you hang around and watch Zareth do his GAC and probably win. I won't be doing mine until tomorrow, and I'll probably lose because I won the first 2 rounds. So it's my turn to take my legs. Sweet.
It's the finals.
Oh, yes. Thank you, everybody. Good night. And we'll see you all very soon. Bye.